What's up, guys? It's Gravy Gambles, week 2 of the NFL season. I'm Alex here with Pat from Pass the Gravy podcast, and we sucked last week.
Oh, we were monumentally bad.
We were 0-6 combined between the two of us, so maybe you want to do the opposite of what we're about to tell you to do, but
can't do
we're
worse.
Try and turn things around. We're going to try and turn things around this week with 3 picks against the spread or over under. We are allowed to do over unders too, but we're gonna all of mine are straight up just against the spread. Do you want to start first this week since I did last week and we sucked?
Yeah, let's reverse the juju here. Number 1, this feels like a trap number. Can't help it. Bengals -7. Cowboys have no quarterback, and I know that the Bengals still have no offensive line, and Micah Parsons might come out of this with 4 sacks. But the Cowboys can't score. They're not going to be able to score.
They have Cooper Rush.
At some point,
with Dak.
Yeah, it's like, and granted, the Bengals defense isn't as good as Tampa's. Bengals still have good defense. At some point, Joe Burr is going to get you.
Yeah, I would imagine that. I feel like this is going to be one that the Cowboys do keep close, though. This was one of those. It scared me. The lines were too close. This week sucked lines-wise because there were so many fucking double-digit lines that I just my rule, I don't touch anything around 10 points. If it's 10 points or more, I'm just like, I'm staying away with it unless I'm taking the 10 points. But it really limited the amount of games I looked at this week. This was one of them, 7 points. I saw it fluctuating kind of around 7.5. I'm absolutely not taking that. That's too much. But
I was going to.
But 7, I get that. It was too tempting, so I stayed away from it.
Yeah, like it seems like a trap. Why is it? Why?
What do you know? Yeah.
Why? With all the 10-point spreads this week, why is this one 7?
I don't like it.
I don't like it either, but
backup quarterback.
I like it better than most of the other lines, so that's why I'm taking it.
That's fair.
Also, I feel like they're trying to fuck with our heads by making it that. Second pick, Tampa Bay -2.5 at the Saints.
I almost took that as well. Brady though 0-6. 0-6 in his Buccaneers career against the Saints.
Who was the quarterback for most of those? Drew Brees. This Tampa defense is going to get pressure up the middle. Jameis Winston is going to do Jameis Winston shit. I'm thinking at least 2 interceptions for Jameis.
Well, I'm also thinking like Giselle and him are fighting, and he can't take it out on Giselle. He did take it out on the Cowboys last week, so maybe he takes it out on the Saints defense. But the Saints defense is pretty good. Just him being 0-6, I stayed away from it.
Yeah, forget the whole Giselle thing. Tom Brady's pissed because he threw an interception last week, and they only put up, 19?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brady's mad they only put up 19. He's taking it out on the Saints. I think the Saints defense it's good, but
that was
Julio Jones. Julio Jones might end up with like 200 receiving yards this game.
I can see that.
Because they're going to be all over Mike. Pick number 3. I'm going back to the plus sign well. Same one as last week. They should have covered last week. I'm taking the Jags plus 3.5 at home. If it was 3, I wouldn't touch it. 3.5 at home against the Colts.
3.5.
Yeah, okay. I like that extra half point. I think the Jags would keep it pretty close here. Colts, I think they are a good team, but the fact that they had to claw to get back in the game to tie the Texans.
But they played really well in that fourth quarter. So are they riding the momentum? That's what made me stay away from this one. And also, I don't know what to think about the Jags yet. I don't know.
I don't either.
The Jags. I want to like them. They seem promising. Their defense looked good, but then they still lost. So, I don't know.
I'm going to feel a lot better if Darius Leonard isn't able to play in this game.
Yeah.
Because he's on the list right now. I'll feel a lot better. I don't know. And the Jags were right there. They should have had another touchdown last week. They dropped it on the fucking goal line. Etienne should have had a walk-in. Just couldn't complete the catch. I don't know. I expect the Jags to be feisty this year.
Yeah, they seem feisty. They seem like what the Lions were last year, where they were not good.
Yeah.
But they were in games.
They covered a lot. I think the Lions. I think that'll be the Jags this year. I think they're going to cover a lot of games and be in them, but just not win. 3.5 at home. I don't think the Colts are that fucking good.
Yeah.
I think Trevor Lawrence. This is where he starts to get his career going.
I do think the Colts are good, though. I just think like they started off slow, not playing a ton of reps in the preseason. Maybe that kind of hurt them, but like they were hot at the very end of that game. They scored 17 unanswered in the fourth quarter to come back and send it to overtime
against the Texans.
Against the Texans, but still 17 points in an NFL game against an NFL team. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't really know what to think of this Jags defense. The Jags defense does look much better than the Texans defense does. So,
it's a gut. I don't know. It's a gut feeling on the Jags this year. I have a feeling I might end up taking them a lot with the plus sign this year. I don't know. So I got Bengals -7 versus the Cowboys. I got Buccaneers -2.5 at the Saints, and I've got Jags +3.5 at home.
Okay. All right, we actually have completely separate, like completely different
2 weeks in a row.
Nobody picked the same on this. I'm gonna ride with the dogs. The dogs, I felt like won a lot last week, so I'm gonna hope that trend continues, which seems like a terrible idea, but I'm gonna ride with it. Steelers +2 against the Patriots. Steelers hosting the Pats. The Pats offense just looked abysmal last week. They didn't do shit against the Dolphins. The Dolphins do have a solid defense, but just Mac Jones didn't look great out there. The running game, that's probably their best thing that they have going for them. The Steelers are good at stopping it. I think this line is low because TJ Watt's out. I think the Steelers are still a good team without TJ Watt. I think like that defense, they fucking know what to do. Mike Tomlin knows how to coach a defense up, and I think that Steelers win this outright. I think the Steelers are going to get a win. I've already placed a bet on Steelers money line, but betting against the spread, I'm going to go Steelers +2 over the Pats.
Yeah, that's just the only thing that scares me about that is Belichick losing 2 to start the year. We've never seen it happen.
Belichick. Maybe it's not the same Belichick though.
It's not like it's a different team, but I don't know.
Brady won that.
I couldn't pick against Belichick, like him coming out and losing 2 games in a row. I couldn't do it.
So then my next pick, I'm going to go from a team that I think is going to beat the Patriots to betting against the team that did beat the Patriots last week. I got the Ravens -3.5 against the Dolphins. Mike McDaniels, awesome start to the season. He's maybe the coolest coach out there right now. The coolest coach in the league right now. Just vibing, hanging with the dudes. Just a guy being a dude. And Tua Tagovailoa. I don't know what to think about that. I mean, the defense of the Dolphins, good. The offense of the Dolphins, a lot left for me to see before I'm really going to be a super big Dolphins believer. I just thought that like they would start off hot. They were at home last week, first game under a new coach. I think that kind of, the honeymoon period might be over with this. Ravens, they're very good defensively. I think they're going to stop kind of struggling offense, an offense that didn't really get a lot done. But I also think that Lamar Jackson, man. Lamar Jackson
slinging it.
He knows what's up. Harbaugh is going to have the boys ready. Ravens -3.5 over the Dolphins. Would have liked it to be 3. I'll take 3.5. I could see him winning by a touchdown. Then my riskiest pick, I feel like I'm going to go Cardinals +5.5. Take another dog. Cardinals +5.5 over the Raiders. This seems more like something you'd want to tease. Like I would tease Cardinals +5.5 with Texans +10.5. Tease that up there, get them to double-digit points if you could. But just going straight up against the spread, Cardinals +5.5. This feels like a game the Cardinals could win. I don't know if they will, but the Cardinals, I think, are going to keep this close. They can't have 2 just like shitty games like that. Although I did curse Kyler Murray many, many moons ago, and he looked like he was cursed last week. So I think he's kind of an up and down kind of guy, and I don't believe that Call of Duty has the double XP weekend this current weekend. So he's probably going to be more focused. He's probably watching his required 10 hours of film or whatever without getting to play Call of Duty in the background. So I think that Kyler's going to get it together. I think the Cardinals may not win, but I could see him losing by a field goal, maybe 4 points. This is going to be a close one, in my opinion. And I could see the Cardinals winning this outright. I could see them winning this outright.
Same.
I'll take the 5.5 though. So Cardinals +5.5 over the Raiders.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm the same way. I could definitely see the Cardinals winning this outright. I don't know if I want to touch the Cardinals at all this season until D-Hop is back. And maybe until he's back for like 2 or 3 games. I don't know.
Just Kyler to Zach Ertz. Maybe that's what we got to do. James Conner gets an auto touchdown.
I think this game has the potential to be very fun, though. This could be the most fun game of the week.
I don't know what the odds are.
Over 51.5. I might take that.
I don't know what the odds are on James Conner anytime touchdown score, but like I feel like I should just bet that until Hopkins gets back because like he almost always scored last year for them, and so like just anytime touchdown score, James Conner, like throw that in there. Just throw that as like that's a little free bet I'm gonna throw in there. But my three are Steelers +2 over the Pats, Ravens -3.5 over the Dolphins, and Cardinals +5.5 over the Raiders. Those are our Gravy Gambles picks. Give us a follow on Twitter at Gravy Gambles. We don't just post our football picks, we post all of the other picks we have as well, like our podcast, Pass the Gravy Podcast. We're part of Pass the Gravy Podcast. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat DN at Gravy Gambles, guys. Best of luck on all of your bets, and we'll talk to you guys hopefully in a much better mood this time next week.